Estimation is one of those key life skills that you use every day. It's very useful in math. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I've been teaching STEM for 20 years, and I like to make math engaging and fun. For more lessons, for more worksheets, click the link and do the stuff. You want to be able to always ask yourself, does this answer make sense? And in order to know if an answer that you come up with makes sense, you've got to be able to estimate first. You have to have an idea of like a ballpark value. 1.94 times 3.79. So with those two numbers, I don't necessarily know right off the bat what their value is going to be because I've got to do some multiplication of decimals, and we'll get into that in a second. But first I want to just estimate. Usually estimating, you use a lot of rounding. So we're going to round off to an easier number that's more accessible. So 1.94, I think about what's the closest whole number, because whole numbers are way easier to work with when you're estimating especially. But 1.94, that's close to 2. And then 3.79 is close to 4. Now 2 times 4 is 8. Just because I have this ballpark value, I also need to think about, okay, is it going to be more than 8 or less than 8? Both of these numbers I rounded up to 2 and 4. So since I rounded them up to get to 8, I need to think about, okay, I'm going to get something that's a little bit less than 8. So I'm looking for 7 point something. Now I don't know what exactly that's going to be yet, but I will. I'll know then, and then I'll be able to say, oh, my answer does make sense. Because if I multiply these, or if I type it into my calculator and I go, oh, well, I got 2,493. Sure, that's what my calculator says, but it doesn't make any sense. So that's why we estimate. So let's get into how to multiply these two numbers together. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say 1.94 times 3.79. I'm going to just multiply these together the long way.
The long way.
9 times 4 is 36. 6, carry the 3. 9 times 9 is 81. Plus 3 is 84. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 17. There we go. X. 7 times 4 is 28. I don't know if you guys really want to watch this, but here we are. 7 times 1 is 6, so that's 13. And then we plug it in 2 more, so then we have 12. Boop. 3 times 9 is 27, 28. 3 times 1 is 5. Great. Okay, so now we add all of these up. There's a lot of numbers. Okay, so we've got 6, and we've got 12. Carry the 1. We have 8, 13, 15, 2, 5, 13, 7. And now, here's the part that can trip you up a little bit. So here, I've got 2 numbers after the decimal. Here I've got 2 numbers after the decimal. So in my answer, I want to move my answer. I want to move my decimal over 4 spots because 2 plus 2 is 4. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives me my answer as 7.3526. And we ask ourselves, does that make sense? Well, I was expecting a little less than 8. 7.3526 is definitely less than 8. That's mathed up.